Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And it seems that Texas is really going to war with the U.S. government here, and it not the actual physical war, but pushing back, I would say. And it doesn't seem to be not slowing down anytime soon. Going on to telling their own citizens to put down razor wire, which they're going to be offering. We have this here. Texas escalates feud with federal government, telling ranchers SCOTUS ruling on razor wire not final, offering to give ranchers razor wire as migrants are now seeking into U.S. through private property. And this makes a lot of sense, because now what we're having is that now you're having, one would assume it's from private property, that are meaning actual citizens' private property and stuff like that. And this is very dangerous for the citizens. So, that being said, it would make a lot of sense for the citizens to put up razor wire stuff to protect their homes, protect their property. So, a lot of stuff, because some of these people are dangerous, and we don't know how safe or not safe that they are. They could be criminals for all we know, because there's a whole bunch of people, thousands, coming through the border. And I had somebody that doesn't actually know on how serious the border is. She doesn't believe that there is thousands of people going through it, and there definitely is thousands of people going through the border, and it is bad. Texas ups the ante again, looking for ways to expand its use of razor wire, this time on private property. After controversial Supreme Court ruling, Texas supporters served by banks told ranchers Wednesday the state could install razor wire on their private property free of charge. The state official told a packed room of ranchers who met just outside of Eagle Pass, Texas. This comes after the Supreme Court of the United States ruled Monday that the U.S. Border Patrol agents who report to President Joe Biden could cut through the razor wire if they deemed it necessary. The barrier has been put in place by order of Republican Governor Abbott. In the past, federal agents have cut it when they believed migrants were in danger of drowning in the river that separates Texas from Mexico. The razor wire is deployed in multiple cities and areas of the Texas border, including in Eagle Pass. With just 28,000 residents, the town has become a major hotspot for migrants since President Joe Biden took office in 2021. Currently, the second busiest spot along the southern border, behind Lukeville, Arizona. The tiny town has also become a political flashpoint. About 2 weeks ago, the Lone Star State took control of the Shelby Park, owned by the city of Eagle Pass, claiming that the move was necessary since it was a popular place for illegal immigrants to cross into the country and then claim asylum. A move that would almost ensure their release into the U.S. while the case is heard in court. By order of Governor Abbott, Border Patrol agents were also kicked out of the park. We're setting up a showdown between Abbott and Biden administration over who has the authority to secure the border. The feds have warned Texas that only the federal government has the authority to enforce immigration law, and the Department of Justice is exploring all options to force Texas to let Border Patrol agents do their job. Well, here's the thing. They're not doing their damn job. In fact, border agents, you're the ones that are letting the illegals in. There's been photos of you guys just letting them in. So please tell me on when are you guys going to do your job? Because you haven't been. And Texas is in a crisis. Texas is the one that is dealing with the most migrants at the current time. I think next would it'd probably be Arizona, then Florida. But these states are having a huge problem with this. And you're not doing anything about it. And you're having a whole bunch of other people that are having, like New York and Chicago, / Illinois, they're not happy with it either. They're angry about these illegal migrants coming in. And they're going to be even more angry, Border Patrol, Biden, when they start asking to take people's homes. Which, by the way, people are, I may believe in New Hampshire. It could be in New Hampshire. I have to don't correct my actual stuff on that. But those people, they're already asking for citizens to take over, for illegals to take over their homes, to house them. So I really want you to, I really want to know what you guys are doing, because it doesn't seem like you're doing much. It just seems like you're acting like dictators and authoritarian rule of people just to do whatever you want and ruin this country. Abbott's takeover of Shelby Park has also had other unintended consequences. Instead of having migrants surrender to Border Patrol agent in the giant open space of a public park, asylum seekers are mostly avoiding the area. They have moved north and south of the park, illegally crossing into the U.S. through the ranches and other property that sit on the border. Now they're on my property, Luis Valderrama, who owns a 400-acre ranch west of Eagle Pass. Since the state took over the park, Valderrama is seeing groups of migrants as large as 200 people come into his land every day since it's directly on the international border. He's now given Border Patrol agents access to his land so they can arrest the migrants. Most migrants on his land are caught, but sometimes they'll run away from Border Patrol, becoming so-called gotaways. Migrants the Border Patrol knows made legal entry into the U.S. but did not get arrested. Since October 1st, at least 96,000 gotaways have crossed the southern border. Sources from Customs and Border Protection told Fox News. I have an 8-foot fence, and at the very top I have razor wire. Valderrama explained of what measures he previously took on his own property to keep migrants out. He also previously allowed the Texas National Guard onto his property to add rows of concertina wire meant to keep migrants out. I'm watching these migrants cross, and I'm like, wait till they come across. They're not going to know what to do. Nah, they came up and they just hopped over it like a deer. I couldn't believe it. So he turned down the state's latest offer to add. More wire. There's nothing you really do. If migrants know they can get across and they turn themselves in, they're just going to get processed and released. There's no stopping them. The rancher and retired patrol agent added. Other ranchers Daily Mail told DailyMail.com they were considering the state's offer of razor wire, but also felt the razor wire could be inhumane. Speaking to the ranchers, Texas Congressman Chip Roy, whose district is hours away from the border outside of Austin, admitted the fight over Shelby Park really isn't about Shelby Park. Part of it, though, for the governor is to pick the fight to have a legal fight, Roy, who tried to kill former President Donald Trump over Biden's 2020 election victory, confessed. Part of it is to demonstrate that Texas is going to do what it needs to do. Some part of it was a strategy to say, we're going to grab that land and we're going to have that fight. While Valderrama isn't happy with the state of Texas for making migrant crossings the problem of private citizens, he also thinks the Biden administration isn't doing its job to secure the border. If the federal government isn't going to do it, someone has to do it, he said. When he asked him how when the state's first Venezuela Constitution would end, Valderrama answered, when there's a new president. Yeah, exactly. As you can see here, the residents have given up hope on Biden, right? The residents have given up hope. And we're going to find more issues here across this country where citizens are not going to have very many rights as is when it comes to the border and stuff like that. They're going to be victimized, they're going to be attacked, and this is going to happen. You're going to have a whole bunch of more rapes happening because, there's going to be some more people, military-aged men. Some men probably coming into people's homes and, doing horrendous things to people because Biden will refuse to close the border. He will refuse to do anything. So, be as it may, some people are like, well, I voted for Biden because of my college debts. It's like, get the hell out of here. If that's going to be your reason why you voted for this stupid idiot, then they're part of the reason why a lot of these things are happening in the first place. Because, one, Biden said he was going to do this, and now a lot of people are suffering, and our border is it's not even a crisis anymore. It is a full-blown meltdown of destruction it's just getting worse and worse. We still have one more year with this buffoon, and I cannot tell you what could possibly happen because all I see is tragedy. And again, it is Biden being the dictator that he is that is going to be letting this stuff happen. Now, I had a lot of people in my other comment section with the whole Fannie Willis, and they're coping and seething really hard that this is not, that everyone's spouting is lies, even though they could check the actual, all the information down there in the authors and all that what I say is true. You guys caused all of this. And I don't think you guys actually care. So yeah, what I think is that you guys want destruction of this country. That's what I think. Because there's no way that you would vote for somebody that this is old, this is decrepit, and you're seeing the country go down in flames. Our border is overrun with illegals. Yes, illegals. And people are suffering for it. Kids are suffering for it. You don't have an answer for all the kids getting raped or trafficked, do you? No, you don't. Because you don't care about that. And that's the reality that I'm seeing with you people now. That's the reality. It's either you guys are bots, or you don't have any empathy or morality at all. That's where I'm seeing. Because my morality is shut down the border, it will stop down the trafficking, deal with these people, save the kids, and this will have a lot more better effect on our country and as a people, and maybe, and just maybe, we can get back to somewhat kind of normalcy. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like to share, as always, take care.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, because it's algorithmic disease, the social media.